Normally, when you lose an election, you hand over to the next people to try in the next election. You can't be a perpetual candidate. You've seen it in America. Where do you have perpetual candidates? You can't always be the one. It means somehow you are unable to win. So you must give the party a chance to reinvigorate itself. Mm-hmm. You must. You can't be a perpetual candidate. And if that is what my party leader is doing, then if he feels, and they feel, that in any manner or form he's still the candidate, subject us to a democratic process.
And let's see who wins.
And let's see who wins.
Okay, you want to take the NDC, it's a subtle threat that you have now made, that if they don't call off the NDC, you and the like-minded members of the ODM party will pursue this in court. I mean, there are so many ODM members who have tried to go to court against some rules and laws that have been made within ODM constitution, and they've never succeeded. Why do you think, as Jimmy, you might succeed to take ODM in court?
Let me correct maybe an impression you have. Let's be very clear. I want an NDC. As an aspirant for the seat of presidency, I want an NDC, but I want a properly called NDC.
Okay.
So we are very glad it was called. We are saying they have not called it according to the law. And we shall challenge this.
Okay.
But I can assure you, this is an NDC we want, we've been praying for. In fact, we have been trying to call it ourselves, because there are provisions in the same constitution where delegates can call it themselves. So we are very happy that it has been called.
Okay.
2017, we had a nullification from the Supreme Court of a declaration of a president. First in Africa. Look how far, under the new constitution, we had achieved democracy and reforms. Brave. The country was invigorated. Invigorated. We thereafter saw an sham election in October of a single candidate, more or less, where even that candidate was competing with the non people who have not gone to vote. That is what he was competing with. We went, because of that sham election, all the way to January, the end of January, where Raila Odinga was in the capital, took an oath of president. That is the ultimate defiance. That mood, because I can tell you I was there. I was there. The mood in Uhuru Park was one of liberation. That this yoke of being controlled by certain people in power, what I call internal colonization, is actually going to leave us and free us. Then what do we do with it? Mm-hmm. Ends up in a personal handshake where nobody knows what is going to come out of it for the people. We have calculated a total of something like 82 people who were shot by police bullets during that period. I'll tell you why we have calculated. Because in my suit with the Nation newspapers, because the suit is on an obituary where, fortunately, I'm still alive. I say, the people who lost their lives, whatever I'm to get from the Nation, I would donate to those people, because they lost lives. Nobody has talked about them since that time. You have people like Mijungu who had the courage to stand up and administer the oath. And you've seen him being disenfranchised as a citizen. An attempt to try and disenfranchise him. You have seen over and over, one case after another, including the sister of Raila Odinga, Ruth, who is still in court today for incitement of that time, and many other cases. Nobody has thought about all that in 5 years. Okay. I cannot sit back here and say Uhuru Kenyatta has been a total failure. All I can say is that some of the policies have made sure, and I say this of Uhuruto, because Uhuruto was there from 2014 to 2018, that you have impoverished more Kenyans than you found. That is a failure.
A factual statement?
A factual statement, it is, you are failures. You are failures.
More
Big failures.
Kenyans are poor in the 4 years.
53 of every 100 Kenyans are poor, cannot feed themselves.
53.
Yes. The decision to go for the seat is a soul-searching decision. A decision because it's sacrifice. It really means, if you were to go by the tenets and the TOR of a president, servant leadership. That servant leadership means your self-sacrifice, your life for the good of your fellow citizens and the world. So please, it is not for my personal. I, in fact, had never envisaged I'll be in the front line of Kenyan politics. Never. I was very comfortable in the back. People smoked me out. But I was very comfortable in the back. But I can tell you the Uhuruto experience taught me that even if you have the best ideas and the best intent, it could go so wrong and you are responsible. So I chose to come out and disassociate and make sure we fight what was wrong. I, as Jimmy Wanjigi, I'm very clear about how to do it. I have been there. I know. And I would like to see a Kenyan that is very, very proud of being a Kenyan. A Kenyan that is very, very proud of their government. Today, if you ask Kenyans, they're not even proud of their government. That's how sad the situation is. That feels good about living. That smiles no matter what their life is. That does not have stress. Because I think for far too long now, Kenyans are living through a period of stress in Baka they don't even know what life is about anymore.
Okay.
So I have got a clear plan for that. You rescue Kenyans by first and foremost returning their feel-good. Their feel-good will be removing stress. The biggest stress we have is economic.
The burden.
And the burden of the economy. And the next is political illiteracy. People don't understand that's the worst literacy. Political illiteracy is the cost of your rent, of your food, of crime. That is our life every single day. So when I hear young people saying, oh, we don't care about politics, something that happens there, it is the worst illiteracy. It affects everything you do in this country. 100% of your life in siasa.
Okay.
Now, we must cure that illiteracy. Kenyans must know their country. They must know, and the system must be more transparent. They must have knowledge. We must literally force it down their throats. What is a country? What is their participation? How powerful they are, because they are powerful. They are very powerful. Second is economy. And when we talk about economy, they have certain basics. In this country, you have no database of what a maize farmer produces, but you know what a miller does. Tenets of an economy is data. Land is a resource. Human beings are resources. We must work on those resources so that we know in entirety how to boost those resources, measure, not because we want to come and tax them, not because we want to police them, but because we want to make sure that they are producing and they are living wholesome lives.
Okay.
So we must work very, very hard to ensure that.
Okay.
And we have a template
For doing that.
for doing that.
Okay. Okay.
I am in ODM, please remember.
All right. Now that you said you're in ODM, ODM wasn't invited in that function.
Yes, but I as an individual were, because we are personal friends. So I did not want to be mistaken politically. We are personal friends.
Okay.
Personal
So
friends.
you attended as a friend.
Yes.
And soon after that, we saw you with Kalonzo Musyoka. Soon after Musalia Mudavadi left.
Another good friend. And I recall in Kitui, I was also very clear there that I am in ODM, Oka are my friends. I am in ODM. That is my party. I have been very deliberate in my campaign. I want to be a national leader that comes from Mount Kenya. In 2017, Murang'a did not support NASA. I have a NASA constituency. I have an ODM constituency. I am in ODM. I have chosen to be a national leader before I go home. That is why I'm appealing in ODM for a transparent presidential election. Because I emerge, I will go and popularize, as I was trying to do with opening offices, in all the regions that it did not exist. So it's deliberate.
Okay.
I want to get away from the stereotype of having a tribal community behind me.
Okay.
I believe my ideas and my intent for Kenya will sell more than anything else. And my stand, I have stood even against and almost be killed because I was against my own tribal leader in 2017.
Yeah. Say, how does someone get to the extent that he's so confident that he has the people and has the money if that's not them? Yes.
We are businessmen, my friend. Businessmen do not take. They do not take. They do not. They add value. That is a businessman. They add value. A typical businessman takes a product from here, adds some value, and passes on. They don't take. They add value.
Okay.